This gigantic mosque is located at Kampala Hill in the Old Kampala area. It's the largest mosque in East Africa, whereas 14% of the population is Muslims. The Uganda National Mosque sits on over 10 hectares of land, thus emerging as the second largest mosque in Africa, accommodating as much as 200,000 worshippers. It's a two-story building and the mosque is on the upper floor, while the offices are on the ground floor. This is Mubiru, is gonna show us around.
So welcome to the Gaddafi Mosque. I am Sharif and I'm going to take you around the mosque. And going into the mosque, you have to get a payment or a ticket. For Ugandan it's just 10,000. Then East Africans, this is 20,000, and the non-East Africans or the other people, it is 25,000. So for the men, those who come in shorts, they are provided with robes or the tunic, or the local people call them the kanzus, and the ladies are provided with the scarves to cover their hair and to wrap around their waist. So that's the first thing. So when you come to the mosque, you're not supposed, or you are illegally, when you move around, you are not supposed to move around if you are permitted. So you have to get someone to take you around. So we are going to, there are mainly two things to do at the Gaddafi Mosque, whereby we go inside the mosque, the general prayer mosque, and also take a little hike to the minaret, 272 stairs, to have a 360 view of Kampala city. So today I'm with my friend Arthur, so I'm going to take you around. And to start with, we are here, we wanted just to have a little look at the lower mosque where we do our daily prayers. So this one is the lower mosque where we do our daily prayers. It accommodates 1,500 worshippers. So this is where we do our daily prayers. So the daily prayers, there are 5 in the morning at 5:30, in the afternoon at 1 p.m, mid-afternoon at 4 p.m, in the evening at 7 p.m, and mid-evening at 8:30 p.m. So these are the 5 prayers. All of them, we do them here. The other one accommodates up to 15,000 worshippers, so you can see. So it implies that there are more people who come to pray on other days compared to the daily basis. So going inside require us to remove our shoes. So this one is variable by anyone, by either foot. Yeah. Okay. So we're removing our shoes from here. To remove our shoes, and here we have put enter the mosque.
Okay.
So this is not the main entrance, but this is where we use for because it's always closed. But this is what we use going inside as tourists. So we shall leave our shoes right here. For now, we need to close this door. So this mosque is called the Gaddafi Mosque. It is also known as the Uganda National Mosque, and it is also known as the Old Kampala Mosque. So it is the largest mosque in Uganda. It is also the largest mosque in sub-Saharan Africa, and is the 3rd largest in Africa. The largest is found in Algeria. It's called the Jama El Jazair, or the Great Mosque of Algiers. And the 2nd largest is called the King Hassan II Mosque. It's found in Casablanca, Morocco. Then this one is the 3rd largest, being in Kampala, Uganda, where we are right now. And this mosque was built from 2002 to 2006 with the funding from the former president of Libya, called Muammar Gaddafi. So Gaddafi is the one who provided overall fundings of this mosque. And it was officially opened on 13th March 2008. And then Gaddafi was here with several heads of states to officiate the opening of this mosque. And from there, they called it the Gaddafi Mosque. But this mosque was initially constructed by Uganda's 3rd president, and that was Idi Amin Dada. So Idi Amin Dada is the one who brought the idea of constructing this mosque on this place on the Old Kampala Hill. The one who brought that idea. And that was back in 1972. So in 1972 there was construction, But unfortunately, in 1979, the economy, or maybe the country's economy, had slipped down, but so could not forget the overall funding of the mosque. And so there was a lot of embezzlement during that moment, so even the construction could not go on. Then when he was overthrown in 1979, then everything went to a standstill totally. So he was overthrown in 1979 and the construction stopped. Then it stopped for over 20 years until 2001, when Gaddafi took a visit in Uganda. So he was invited by the president of Uganda to be around, yeah, for his inauguration as the president. So when he was here, then he met up with the supreme leader, who called him the Mufti. Then from where he asked him for assistance, he had to finish the work that Amin had started. So that's how Gaddafi came in. But the mosque that Amin had started had become very weak. Imagine, for over 20 years, 1979 to 2001, there was no construction, no maintenance, you're not using it, so they could not really go on with it. But they had to put it down, then restart all over again. So it was put down in 2002, but maintaining the size and the shape, and they made some little changes already. They made some little plans, adding on what was already there. So they made new plans and started constructing the same year. Then it was finished in 2006. Then opened on 2008. So during the construction of Amin's time, this mosque was called the Old Kampala Mosque because of the place where it is. It's one of the 7 hills that makes Kampala. It's called the Old Kampala Hill. So by then it was called the Old Kampala Mosque, but it still holds that name because of the place. Then after the death of Gaddafi, this mosque was given another name as its official name, calling it the Uganda National Mosque. So that is its official name. So Gaddafi died in 2011, and in 2013 it was renamed. So the reason of renaming is that Gaddafi had agreed or had promised that the Libyan government would continue funding this mosque, but the new government that came in Libya was not willing to offer the funding to the mosque that is named after Gaddafi. Remember, we had agreed with the Libyan government that they would be the main funders of this mosque. So they say that if you still need some funding, you have to make us a favor. You change the name, we offer you the fundings, yeah, or the agreement will still count. So we had no choice because we still needed fundings, although of which the home government, or maybe us the Muslims, could not easily collect or get. So we had to accept then, and we verify the agreement. So we changed from Gaddafi to Uganda National Mosque. But that is just a document name. There are very few people who know it as the Uganda National Mosque. They all know it as the Gaddafi Mosque, and we all know it as the Gaddafi Mosque. The minbar, yeah, minbar, or you can call it the pulpit. Yeah, that's where the imam stands when he's leading the sermon or when he's preaching. He stands on the pulpit, or we call it a minbar in Arabic. Okay. Yes. Then after leading the prayer, the sermon, he comes to the mirror. So this one, when you look at it, yeah, it shows this the direction of Mecca. So this one is called the mirab, or you can call it the altar in English. So this is where the imam stands when he's leading the prayer, because he has to also face Mecca. So he stands right here, then this one will be the next row. So we pray in rows, yeah. So this one is one row, you can look at it, this is one row, then the second, the last, we stand, we make sure that each row is full. So you cannot start with the next row before the first one is full.
Hey.
So you make sure, so this is the first row, then this is the second row. From the imam is the first row, then the second row. So you make sure it is full, then someone else will come and start another row until it is full, then another one starts another row until it is full, until it goes all the other way, as the women do the same. So we all follow the imam with the Quran, and it's an entire Quran from the first chapter to the last chapter. So it is a full Quran, yeah. So you can look at it, yeah. It's a full Quran from the first chapter to the last. Okay. Then we read it from right to left, yeah. So read from this way, moving this way. So as you can look at the pages, even the chapters, 96, 97, 98. So you move this way. The women have to come upstairs this way. So this is the women's part. So this television, so for us in the mosque, we're not all about seeing, we're all about hearing. It only shows the sinologist, the interpreter for
Okay.
those who are deaf or who are hearing impaired. So it only shows the sinologist. So the deaf women have to sit here, see the sinologist, the translation of the sinologist. So it's on, you can see there's no even picture inside, there's no any other billboard, there's no one, yeah? So for us it's all about hearing. So the minaret, this is called the minaret, the one you call Omunara.
Amnara.
Yes, the Munara. In Arabic it's called Munar.
Amnara.
Yes, so or you can call it a tower in simple English. So
Tower.
it is called the minaret, and we are going to have a simple height of 272 stairs or steps to the top. Then we shall have a 360 view of Kampala city. So the minaret is 72 meters tall, and these are 216 feet, and it has 304 steps from the ground. But from our main entrance here, there are 272 stairs. So we can maybe take 136, then we take a little rest. If you feel like you want to rest, then we shall take a little rest and halfway. Then after we resume until we make it to the top right there.
We go?
Yeah.
Yeah. One, right?
That's halfway.